This morning, I'm joined by Eileen Oldery, licensed clinical social worker at Morris Hospital. Good morning, Eileen.
Good morning, Kevin.
Great to have you on this morning.
I'm very happy to be here.
As with all going on and all the craziness of it all, I want to spend a little bit of time talking about taking care of yourself, and it's actually a program that you created, right?
Yes. At the hospital, we created kind of a handout that just reminds people to make sure that they're taking care of themselves. And, with the coronavirus pandemic, it's really rocked everybody's world, increasing anxiety, increasing fear for everyone in the community, and, just disrupting our overall routine.
Mm-hmm.
So this is something that we wanted to put out there just as a reminder to the community to take care of themselves, give examples on it, and, just elaborate further on, different things people can do to try to help cope with this stressful time and remain calm.
What's the first step that somebody needs to take?
Well, the first step would really be to kind of identify what that looks like, for you as an individual. So most people have probably heard the term self-care and have no idea really what it means or how to practice it. So self-care, really kind of understanding that first would be the first step. And, a basic definition of self-care means to take an active role in your life to protect your well-being and your happiness. And so particularly during a time of stress like this, it's very, very important. So I encourage everyone in the community to consider developing what we would call like a self-care plan. And so you got to ask yourself, what does self-care look like to me? That can pertain to a number of things as far as physical self-care, emotional self-care, psychological, social, and even spiritual, with a lot of churches being closed and things like that. A lot of people, their routine of taking care of themselves has been disrupted.
It's been said on the air this week, we're living history right now.
Yes.
99% of us haven't seen anything like this before.
Right.
So,
right, absolutely.
Yeah. So when we look at the different areas, let's take them one at a time and go through them for everybody. Of course, I guess probably maybe the easiest to understand is your physical well-being.
So getting enough sleep,
Mm-hmm.
And that's kind of hard during this time too, because there is a lot of stress on everybody's mind. Healthy eating, making sure that you are maintaining a healthy diet with your groceries. And again, with our normal routine being disrupted, it's very challenging to do that. And then exercise, you see a lot of people going for walks in the neighborhood, walking their dogs, and really just trying to make a routine of that.
Mm-hmm.
So you might not feel like going for that walk, but make that a part of your self-care and make it a priority every day to take that on.
Then there's the social aspect, which, of course, with the social distancing, that's really limited everybody.
Absolutely. So we have to get really creative here in the social aspect of staying connected with our family and friends.
Mm-hmm.
And there is a lot of social media. There's a lot with technology now as far as FaceTiming and Skype. But we could even write somebody a letter or send them a card just to let them know that we're thinking of them. So whatever we do, the important thing is just to reach out, make plans for later in the year. Anything just to let that person know you're thinking of them, and, if they need anything, that you're there to help.
All right. Now, what about the mental aspect of it?
Yeah, so the psychological and the emotional, we can those go together in a way.
Okay.
For your mental well-being, you want to take some time to get away from the media and get away from the news. It's just become a part of our daily routine. So really limiting, maybe with a number, only 1 hour a day of the media that you're going to allow in your life.
Mm-hmm.
Taking time to pause in your day. So kind of looking at what are some of the things that you can do that calm you. What decreases your stress and anxiety? Think about those things and then do more of that.
Mm-hmm.
Make a conscious effort to do more of that.
Tell us more about what we can do on the spiritual side.
Being affected by the churches, it's very interesting. And like you said, Kevin, we've never seen anything like this, with the shutdown. So, sometimes it's important to just do simple things like a gratitude list. Think about, everything that you do have in your life sometimes hanging it up as a reminder can be a very positive thing for us.
Mm-hmm.
Another thing you can do spiritually, you can read some literature or something like reflective practices like meditation. That's kind of an intimidating word, but really meditation is just taking a moment to shut off your mind and kind of focus on one thing, like your breathing, and just let everything else go.
The spiritual side of it kind of dovetails into the next topic that we want to talk about, and that is the importance of spreading kindness.
Yes, absolutely. I think it's important all the time, of course, but at this difficult time, it's so important that we try to be, a little bit extra considerate of each other and kind to each other, because that compassion for one another can go a long way. So that willingness to let someone, go in front of you in traffic, or, taking care of somebody's meal behind you in the drive-through, a small, simple act of kindness can really make somebody's day. And it does spread, too, because
Sure.
it's contagious.
Sure.
So that kindness can, be paid forward by somebody else, and it's kind of having the mindset that you want to be, one of the reasons maybe somebody else believes in the good in people through your kindness.
Right. I mean, we hear about those feel-good stories, things that happen that are kind. And in fact, I think, there's even been some of that going on at the hospital and for the staff there.
Yes, the community has been so generous and so wonderful with acknowledging, our healthcare workers, our team of doctors, nurses, case managers, social workers, really just supporting us through this pandemic.
Anything to conclude with, Eileen?
I would just say, again, the goal here is to understand self-care, develop your own plan for self-care, and put that plan into action. Maybe write it down or whatever works for you. Come up with a couple things, one small step, and just start there. And really prioritize that self-care in your daily, weekly, and monthly routine.
Mm-hmm.
And for more information, Kevin, I did want to mention anyone in the community, they can log on to the Morris Hospital website, and they can click on the Learn More tab under the questions about COVID-19. And then at the bottom of that page, that handout that we talked about at the beginning of the show,
Right.
Make sure you're taking care of yourself, and there's other self-care related resources for the community there as well.
Awesome. Very good. Well, Eileen, thanks for spending some time with our listeners here this morning. I certainly appreciate it.
Thank you so much for inviting me, Kevin. I appreciate it as well. Thank
Certainly,
you.
and stay safe and healthy, okay?
Thank you. You too.
All right, thanks.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.